What is sickle cell disease and who is affected by this disease?
What are the causes and where did it come from?
If you're looking for the answers to these questions, then you are in the right place.
Stick to the end of the video to learn important facts about sickle cell disease.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Black Histories.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about sickle cell disease.
So, without further delay,
Let's get into the video.
enjoy! Hi Aaryan, today I've been learning about sickle cell disease. I've been meaning to find out about it for a while as I have the sickle cell trait, so I think it's important to try and understand it.
Yes, I agree. There are a few people in our family who also have the sickle cell trait, and some people in our family who suffer from sickle cell disease. So it would be good to know more about it. So what have you found out?
Well Aaryan, sickle cell disease is a name for a group of inherited health conditions that affect the red blood cells.
I know red blood cells contain hemoglobin, which carries oxygen around the body.
Yes, it is very important to the body. Normal red blood cells have a biconcave disc shape. They are flexible and able to travel around the body easily as the shape can adapt as it moves. When a person has sickle cell disease, the red blood cells become a crescent-like shape, like a sickle, which is where the name comes from.
What's a sickle?
A sickle is a farming tool with a semicircle shaped blade.
Oh, okay. So what happens if the red blood cells are shaped like that?
When a red blood cell is sickle shaped, it becomes rigid, sticky, and cannot travel through the smallest vessels. This can mean the blood and oxygen cannot get to the parts of the body it needs to. These cells are also weaker and damaged, so the cell can die before completing the journey.
Sounds worrying. What effect does it have on the body?
It causes tissue damage and results in immense pain and fatigue, often called a sickle cell crisis. This can sometimes result in a visit to hospital in serious circumstances.
Well, it sounds very scary.
Yes, and dangerous. It can lead to lots of complications like anemia, risk of infection, organ damage, and it can be fatal if not managed.
So, can it be treated?
Sickle cell disease is a lifelong condition, but it can be managed. A person with sickle cell disease may have to take lots of medication to manage the pain. They may also have to have blood transfusions to help with the anemia. There is research going on all the time to improve medicines. People can also self-manage by enjoying a healthy lifestyle with exercise and a balanced diet, drinking plenty of fluids and staying warm.
How do I know if I have it?
If you had sickle cell disease, you would have shown symptoms by now. It can range from mild to serious, but usually shows from 4 to 6 months old in babies. Also, when babies are born, it is part of the screening process called the heel prick test, where they take babies' blood.
Can anyone get sickle cell disease?
No, remember I said earlier, it's inherited. So, it comes from our parents. If both parents have the gene, then the child could be born with the disease. If one parent has the gene and the other is a carrier, their child could be born with sickle cell disease. Or if two parents are carriers, their child could be born with sickle cell.
Sounds like a science lesson. But what is a carrier? What do you mean?
I mentioned earlier that I have the sickle cell trait. That means I don't have sickle cell disease, but I am a carrier of the gene.
How come you got it and I didn't?
I got it from Mum. She also has the sickle cell trait. When Mum was pregnant with me, Dad had to have a blood test to see if he was also a carrier, as if he did, there would have been a risk of me having sickle cell disease.
So you're okay and not sick?
Yeah, I would just have to be aware of the risk for my future, if and when I have children.
I heard sickle cell disease is more common with people who have an African or Caribbean family background. Why is that?
I read that people from hot climates were more prone to sickle cell disease, as people with sickle cells are more resistant to malaria. Malaria is a disease that is passed on by mosquitoes. It has something to do with the fragile sickle cell not allowing malaria to develop.
Wow, so our genes are part of our history.
Yes, they are. There is lots of support and information out there about sickle cell disease, like the Sickle Cell Society and others listed in the description.
Yes, and there is Sickle Cell Awareness Day on the 19th of June, and Sickle Cell Month is in September. Look out for local events and find out more on how you can support people with sickle cell disease.
Giving blood is a good way to help. as people with sickle cell disease often need blood transfusions.
This talk has really helped me understand more about sickle cell disease, how it affects people, how you get it, and where it comes from.
Yes, I'm happy to have a better understanding. I hope we helped other people understand a bit more, or at least start having more conversations about sickle cell disease.
I hope so. I dedicate this video to family members with sickle cell disease and other people that suffer. I did not know much about this before, but now I feel more confident to have conversations and make more of a conscious effort to help and find out more.
If you have any questions or if you are confused about anything regarding sickle cell disease, make sure to comment below. Also, make sure to like this video and share with others who don't have much knowledge on sickle cell but would like to know more about it.
Thanks for watching!
And remember to stay safe.